life is going to become even more beautiful as the years go by. Anyway, that's where we're going to leave Shauna now. We're coming close to the end of the show, and this week I want to sort of emphasise the fact that here in Australia on Friday we're celebrating Australia Day, which is a big day for us. It's like your 4th of July overseas, and it's a day where we all become very patriotic and get our, we call them thongs, which are rubber shoes that you have that are like a jandal or a summer sandal, that we call them thongs here in Australia, that everybody has, thong throwing competitions. They put some sausages on the barbecue or some chops or some meat of some kind, all those sort of things. It's a day that we get out and we celebrate being Australian. And because we are becoming more multicultural, we have many, many different activities now that come into being Australian. But I want to leave you with a song this week for those that are regular viewers of my show. You'll know each week I leave you with a song that has some sort of significance or some special importance. And this week I want to leave you with one of Australia's biggest exports and one of my favourite singers. And this man really sort of sold Australia to the world, and he did the song many, many times here in Australia, but it was written about his grandfather and his father and his time growing up as a little boy, and when he went on to travel the world and really had no place he called home, but he still called Australia home, and he married a woman with an interesting face. I'm talking about the one and only Peter Allen. And I want to leave you with a song that he wrote about his family and his life called Tenterfield Saddler. And I've seen him sing this live, and I've also seen him sing it many, many times with Olivia Newton-John. But my ultimate favourite is Peter Allen just sitting at the piano, belting out this song, just being him, and just really seeing the emotion in his face of this very, very beautiful song, and it's called Tenterfield Saddler. So to all the Aussie expats that are overseas and going to be a little bit homesick on January 26th, we'll still love you, and we'll still celebrate with you, and we'll hold you in our hearts. So until next week, happy Australia Day to everyone. Bye for now.
Good evening, everyone. I am Reverend Maria Leggett coming live to you from Dayton, Ohio. As always, I'm excited to be here. It is Wednesday, and it's time for us to spend a little bit of time playing. That's what I love to do. Playing with spirit, that is. So let's talk about what I have coming up. I have if you're in the Dayton area, January 26th, I have an in-person community chat and meditation. If you are online on January 27th, I have a moon magic class, and there are lots of seats open for the online class. I only have one seat in person that is left for that. If you want to begin working with your intuition and learning how to be able to distinguish between your ego and your higher self, my new course, Your Intuitive Soul, releases on February 8th. It's open for signups now. I only allow in a few people for that class because I like to be able to spend individual time with each and every one of you. And in this class, we do a meditation to be able to distinguish between your higher self and your ego. We work with energy to be able to know, is there someone around me? Is there a spirit guide, or is it a crossover loved one? Because their energies are different. So we do these exercises to be able to tell the difference between who it is that's around, who is not around. And then we go even further where you get to meet your higher self. You get to meet a spirit guide. And we also work on automatic writing and automatic drawing. It is an amazing class. And my students absolutely love this class. And I am so grateful to have it. This will be the second time that I am doing it. The first class, I had 10 people in there, and it was amazing. We did such a good job. And then let's see, what else do I have coming up? I have my year-long intuition development course that will be releasing in, I think it's May or April, one or the other. And excuse me, in May or April. And that is going to be able to help you to develop your intuition. So we learn a different tool each month, and those are online as well. I also have one I saw that. As soon as you're in person, we have different tools as well. So there's one in person, one online. Anyway, so thank you very much. So I want to welcome April to the show. April, how are you this evening?
I'm doing okay.
How may I be of service to you?
I'm just kind of wondering if there's any messages out there for me or my family from anybody.
Sure. Let me go see. So right now in this moment in time, April, as I connect in with your spirit team, I see your spirit team is coming in and closing in around you, as though this is a time when your family needs a lot of love and support and extra reassurance that you're not alone, that your spirit team is there, that they're surrounding you with love. It is important that you feel supported right now because you are going through some unsettling energy, unsettling emotions. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I definitely want to talk about these being the spirit team that I'm feeling. So I'm not seeing them, but I'm feeling them more than anything. This is definitely family related energy. We have I definitely want to talk about a maternal energy. So I want to talk about mom or someone who would have been like a mom to you, who is stepping forward, putting their arms around you and letting you know that they love you and that you are not alone. And they want you to know that they're going to be here to support you and get you through everything that you need to get through. They're just asking that you step into trust, knowing that you're going to be fully supported, even though it feels like you have lost something. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
They want you to know that, how do I explain this? I don't want to say that the loss is temporary, because they're not showing it to me as though it's a temporary loss. It is a loss that you're going to feel very deeply in the moment. But you're going to figure out how to move through the loss, move through the discomfort, so that it doesn't feel so overwhelming every single day. There will come a point in time when you will be able to wake up and still move forward without feeling this deep sense of, oh my God, this heaviness in your chest. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And they're really this spirit team, your family, especially this maternal energy, wants you to know how much you are loved. I don't know why this is important to say, but I can very clearly hear it's important for you to know that everything is forgiven, everything is good. They want me to talk about not carrying heavy burdens on your shoulders, allowing yourself to feel more relaxed without the expectation of, here's what we need to do. We need to do this. I have to do that. And becoming comfortable in allowing yourself to sit in the silence and just breathe. Because the way that they're showing it to me is though it's been a very harried, very busy energy, lots of mind working overtime, lots of things happening. And your spirit team is asking for you to be able to shift the energy into, it's okay for me to be here right now and not do anything. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And that you're saying that's coming from like a maternal, like a female.
Mm-hmm. You are so loved. I don't know why this is important, but I'm just going to say this to you. I'm hearing very clearly another opportunity will come again, and allow yourself to be open to that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, kind of.
They're also talking to me about you doing a lot of self-care, taking care of your body, allowing yourself to take a shower, allowing yourself to take a bath, doing something that you can pamper yourself instead of always wondering, like allowing your mind to wander into what else could I have done? Trusting that everything happened for a reason, allowing yourself to grieve the loss, allowing yourself to just move through all of the discomfort, knowing that you're being supported. Okay, yes, I will. They would like to know if there's a question that you want to ask.
I guess I just want to know if I don't know how to put it. Like if he made it, like if he made it there, if the spirit made it there, I guess. to be with the other.
Yes. They're showing me we have a male in spirit who's crossing over, met by family. So knowing that they're not alone, being met all together.
And is there a younger male spirit coming through at all? Just anything from him?
I'm not seeing anything about a younger male. It doesn't mean that they're not there. It just means that I'm not sensing it at the moment.
Okay.
And they're going to make sure that you know everything is fine. Okay, I don't know why this is important, but they're showing me crayons.
Okay.
And they're also showing me that you're going to find things randomly because it's within your house. Like things are going to randomly show up where you didn't think they were supposed to be. And this is a way for them to let you know that they're around. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And they want you to know that they're all happy. They're all happy. They're all together. And they're really just supporting you and loving you, helping you to try and get through all of the deep pain, discomfort that you're moving through. And that one day it will get better. It'll be easier to breathe because they're showing it to me as though some days it's difficult to breathe through the grief. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And they want you to know how much they love you, how much they appreciate you. And they are so grateful for the time that they had with you, even though it may have been short-lived. So grateful that you were in their lives and grateful for you having been the mother, sister, daughter, everything that you needed to be. And they just want you to know how loved you are. So thank you very much for being on here with me this evening. I am so grateful that you popped onto the show and let me read for you and give you messages from your loved ones. Thank you to everybody who was on here. If you would like to see my live spirit, well, not live, you'd like to see my video messages from Spirit of the Week, you can sign up for my email list. Go to marialeggett.com and you'll get an email every week for the spirit message. And you will be able to see what has been channeled from Spirit right in your own email. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your week. And I will see you in 7 days. Have a good one.
Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Time for Medicine for Your Spirit with Raylene Byrne. Raylene Byrne. Live from RayleneByrne.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Medicine for Your Spirit on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Namaste, everyone. Merry Cosmos and Happy No Fear New Year. It's going to be a big one for everyone. So I've come on today. I'm in a very mischievous mood. As you can see, I've got my little elf Santa pants, whatever, jumping around. I woke up this morning and out on my decking here down in Australia on the summer solstice here. I know Northern Hemisphere is in their winter solstice. I saw a crow, two crows, being bamboozled by two willy wagtails, tiny little birds, and with the crows, or the ravens, you call them ravens in the Northern Hemisphere. And it was just so funny to watch the stubbornness of the crows and the willful, annoyance of the beautiful woolly wagtail to redo for, our season here. So I can't touch it because there's future green tree frogs in there. So we've got lots of creative energy around, lots of excitement, lots of momentum, lots of new things, new birth, new growth. This is what this season. Iowa. Joni from Boone, Iowa. How can I help you, Joni? Hello. Merry Cosmos to you.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you also. So I was just wondering if there are any messages from my husband for me or my kids.
So your husband's passed?
Yeah, 6 months ago, this past Friday.
Okay. So I will pull a couple of cards for you. I don't normally work with the mediumship stuff. Mm-hmm. The reason is we can connect ourselves to that. So I think I will just give you some messages for you and your children from...
Okay, otherwise I would just do like a general type reading.
Yeah.
Okay.
You happy with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So let's see, coming into this next 2 weeks, so finishing off 2023, stepping into 2024. The first thing before I've even pulled a card, the first thing coming through is tying up loose ends. Really important to tie up loose ends. And right now it is a really good time to start shedding, like a snake sheds its skin. When a snake sheds its skin, what it's doing, the new aspects of itself, the new skin is already in place. And as the snake sheds, the whole old skin comes off, even the lenses over its eyes. So it's a time of shedding for new beginnings, new visions, new ways forward, new sights, new inclusivity. So that's the first couple of things that popped in when I was just tuning in. So we've got Joni, general messages for Joni from beyond for these next couple of weeks for this season of goodwill, generosity, introspection, reflection, creativity. Okay, here we go. This is for Joni. First one I'm getting for you, Joni, is higher choices. So coming into these next few weeks, it's always taking the higher road. I want to say taking the higher road, higher choices, higher consciousness, higher awareness, higher intentions. So whatever it is, often I'll put it this way, often we get trapped in a particular way of thinking and we don't pay attention enough to what we're actually thinking or what we're saying or what we're doing. And we go into this repeat cycle. For things to change, for things to open up, for things to be more expansive, more creative, more spacious, we need to choose something higher. So an example of that would be, this is just an example, I'm not saying this is where you're at. So a person could have a job and they're saying, oh, I'm really tired of this job. It's not challenging anymore. It pays my bills. I know what I'm getting week to week, but, I suppose I'll just stay there. I should be grateful, but it really annoys me. That's sort of a thought that we would often have. And a higher thought would be, a higher choice thought would be, I've had this job, it's taught me a lot, I've met some really great people, I've learned some new skills, I've learned a lot about myself, and now I'm ready for the next growth spurt or the next expansion of myself. And I'm ready to explore what else is there. So I'm going to align with something better or something more or something that is ready for me. That is like a higher choice. So what we start to do is we lift our energy by the thoughts, amplifying our thoughts. We lift the energy much higher caliber. So we start to direct more of what we want for our lives. So this is about really looking at what you want for yourself, your children, and starting to think about it in the ways that that's where what you're aligning to, what you're attuning to, where you want to be. That's the first thing. The next one coming up for you is passion. This is beautiful energy of Pele, the goddess of volcanoes. So this is the fire. It's all within you. I love this so much because the thing is, when we see a volcano erupt, what's coming out of it is something from deep within the earth. That magma is flowing up and out. So it's coming from deep within. So it feels like it's nearly, not quite, but it's nearly time for you to start looking at what is going to get you jumping again. What's the passion? Where are you going to put your energy, your creative force? We need to start tapping into a way to bring that up because it makes you feel better. I'm hearing it straight away. It makes you feel better. So it's nearly time to start looking at what is it for you that you would like to be doing that's going to get that internal fire going again and that joy de vivre, so to speak. So that's something to look at over the next couple of weeks. What you would like to start pulling into your life or engaging in that's going to elevate you and bring you joy and happiness. And I want to say, and I don't mean it in a way that you don't have a purpose, but more you expressing your purpose, you expressing you in ways that are joyful. That's sort of what I'm getting with that. The last one here for you is strength. Now, this is something that you probably gained a lot of, especially if you've been through this situation. I'm sorry to hear about that, about your partner. But strength, the light at the end of the tunnel. And this is a really beautiful message. The light at the end of the tunnel, you're coming through it. And yes, it's been tough, and yes, you've had to learn a lot, and yes, you've had to grow a lot, and yes, a lot's been placed on your shoulders. But who is the person that you've become because of it? This is when we learn our true strength and our true abilities and our true capabilities, it really takes us into a different level of self-value, self-respect, and self-honouring. So strength is not something that's inherited. It's something that we earn. Strength is not something that's gifted to us. It's something that we have to methodically work through, and we start to reveal it. It exists within us. And if there's one thing that the whole planet has had the journey of in the last few years, that's the journey of inner strength. It's through resilience. All the crazy stuff that's gone on, we've had to pivot, we've had to shift direction, we've had to open our minds, we've had to find new ways. This is all part of strength. When we lose someone dear to us, close to us, a loved one, a person who's important to us, we have to draw on a lot of inner strength to carry on for those who are still there with us, our dependents, our children, our family members. So there's a lot of strength in you, and it means it's what it's going to do. It's going to carry you forward quite powerfully into 2024. And I feel like I really want to pull one more for you. The strength to keep your heart open. I knew there was something else. Look at this. The strength to keep your heart open. And you've probably given a lot of time to your children and your family and supporting them and being supported. Now it's time for you to start looking at what's for me now. And it's going to be okay. You've got the strength and you've got the open heart. It's time to open your heart up to yourself and to what else is being offered to you. So that's your message for the next few weeks. I hope that's helpful for you.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful. So that's your little message. So good luck with all of that. And yes, it will be a challenging festive season. This is the first one. So stay in the heart. And just know that beautiful, your partner, he lives on energetically with all the memories. He's in your children, in you, all the memories, all the energy around Christmas. It'll be a beautiful time to celebrate him as well.
Yeah, we've been struggling a little bit with all that stuff like that lately.
Beautiful. Know that his energy's there. So thank you for letting me do this for you. I hope it's supportive, and have a really beautiful embrace with everyone on this festive season, this Christmas time. Let them give to you and let yourself receive. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Bye. So, as I was saying before the call, it is a really important time to think about where we want to be in 2024. It's going to be a very expansive year for most of us. And as I said to this beautiful caller, Joni, we've all developed so much resilience over the last few years, and we've cultivated a lot of strength. And we're really going to have to move with that as we come into this new year, because it's going to be quite fast. There's going to be lots of change, big transformations everywhere. So being able to stay with the strength that we are, and as with Joni, staying with an open heart, being able to give and receive without barriers, without judgment, without conditions, is a really powerful place to be. It's a very strong place to be in ourselves. So from my humble heart and my soul of service, thank you for, sharing those few moments a week with me, those who tune in. Remember that you are the medicine for your spirit. You have it all. If you would like to connect with me, please come to my website, rayleneburn.com. There's lots of stuff there. If you'd like to have any work with me, it's all there as well. So from my home and my heart to yours and your home and your heart, Merry, Merry Cosmos. Happy No Fear New Year. And I look forward to seeing you in 2024. Bye for now.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Sessions with Spirit with Gene Rose. Live from Facebook.com/Tarot Readings by Gene Rose. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page. Facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, Ask1Radio.com or Moonstruck.tv. This is Sessions with Spirit on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Welcome again to another weekly edition of Sessions with Spirit with Jean Rose. I am so happy that you all have joined me this evening. Thank you all for taking time from your Thursday nights, from your family to spend with me. Tonight, as always, we're going to be doing 2 live callers. Yes, we are. I'm so excited for those readings, as well as a few reading requests from my followers. So I'm really excited about that. Before we get to our first live caller, let's do a follower request, shall we? Guys, I am so excited for this weekend. It has to be said that my Saturday is everyone's Friday, or the majority of people. I know people work different work weeks, but I'm just so excited for this weekend. Oh my gosh, I don't know why. It's been one of those weeks, where it's just gone on and on. So needless to say, the weekend is needed. Make sure you guys are taking time at home to do on your own version of self-care. I'm not talking about meditation or prayer. I'm definitely talking about that time to do hand masks or face, whatever it is, get Starbucks, whatever tickles your fancy and recharges your tank. That's what you want to do. Our first request is going to be from Lori, who lives in Virginia. She wants to know, will things turn out well for Van and I? And Lori, I'm just going to pull you one extra card. The answer overall is an astounding yes. However, it is going to take some time to get there. The reason why I say that is because you got the star card for one. And that is a phenomenal card about hopes, wishes, and dreams coming true. Fantastic card to receive, especially when you're asking about the future outcome of something. That's definitely one that you want to see in the mix. Your first card was the Queen of Swords. That card is going to remind you to stay logical. And that's not always going to be easy because there's going to be conflict. Some readers like to assume that the sword suit is ominous. And guys, I get tarot is not for everybody. But for me and my home, this is what we do, Cards for me are an insane tool. And I mean it. They are so amazing for healing, insight, advice. I mean, they are just killer. They are stellar in their own right. That's why I take my readings so seriously. I do. I'm never going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm always going to tell you what you need to hear. Sometimes a reading can be like a good therapy session. It can. While it's burdensome in the moment, once you work through it, and that's exactly what I pride myself on, is working through it with my clients, and we go through it step by step. Like I said, you should feel that release when you're done with your reading. So back to Lori. Lori, you did get that 7 of Wands and it did fall reversed. That is going to be a really hard victory. Not a victory yet. It is going to be a long road, and that's okay. Then we have the Page of Swords. I'm happy to report the final 2 cards, including the Page of Swords, were both pages. So again, that up and down, but pages also refer to the start or beginning of something new. So I was so glad to see that. Lori, like I said, is going to be a long road, but well worth it in the end. Yes, you and your daughter are going to get on fine. You are. Be blessed, Lori, and thank you so much for submitting that request. All right, guys, I think we have our first caller. Reagan, is that your name, love? Am I pronouncing it correctly?
Yep, that's correct, Reagan.
Oh, hello, love. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good. I am just adoring your accent right now, so don't mind me if I act a little starstruck. Oh my God, I love the Aussie accent. To me, there is nothing better. Nothing but I just have a little, New York accent. How are you doing this evening, love? Oh, by you, it's morning time, right?
Yeah, it's morning over here, so it's 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we're doing very good.
There, that is amazing. What would you like to be read on tonight?
Sorry, darling?
What would you like me to read on tonight? What is your question?
Just what's ahead, basically, for this year. We got just wanting to know, a general reading.
Okay. Oh, my favorite. That means anything and everything can come up.
Yeah.
That's often a misconception. Yeah, you say general and people assume it'll be like anything but detailed. And it's like, no, you'd be surprised what the cards can bring up when you don't program them to one specific thing. It's so fantastic. Has your 2024 been good so far?
You there?
Right. Has it? I hope so.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Sorry,
Okay.
I'm just
We're having
outside.
one of those AT&T moments. Okay, so love, overall, you're going to pick and choose your battles this year. That is going to be of the utmost importance. The reason why I say that is because your first card was the Five of Wands. That's the strategy behind that card. Remember, the wand suit is absolutely stellar, and I'm not saying that just because I'm biased. I also happen to be a Leo, which is one of the fire signs. However, if I put my bias aside, the wand suit relates to passion, creativity, strength, resilience, fortitude. It also can correlate to business. So if you have some changes within your career, it definitely can refer to that. Your second card was the King of Cups. Be careful of a manipulative male this year. That is one of my ick cards of a deck. It is. I'm not afraid of the Tower, the Devil, or any other card that people like assume is negative. For me, it's the cards from the Cup suit, because they can represent drama as well as, yes, love. So Reagan, you want to be careful. Be on the lookout for him. He's up to no good. Then your third card confirmed it because it was the Magician. Are you single right now? Are you married?
No, I have a partner.
You do? Excellent. Okay. So it definitely can refer to work, because I just pulled an extra card for you and it was the Fool. Do you have any plans of leaving your career or anything like that, or getting a new one? Or just working somewhere else, I should say that.
So I got told by a customer where I work now that there might be a job coming up very soon. Okay. He wants to start his own business, and he's got it all in the works. That his staff, he'll be hiring people, and their staff will be on a really. He wants people to work more time for family, less time working. But he wants them to still get the same hours. It was just a customer that came along, but yeah, he said, I'll be poaching you because I want you to work for me.
Yeah. I would definitely look into it. You did get the Nine of Pentacles, which refers to the start of long-term stability. And you also got the Fool card with one of the extra cards I pulled for you. That would refer to like new energy, new direction, new job, new everything across the board. You know what I mean? The manipulative male could most definitely refer to where you are currently, like put the whole idea of poaching and then them getting mad or something to that effect. Do you follow me with that? Like, do you see how that could happen? So just be mindful with that. Set your boundaries. Make sure those are set in concrete. Like I always say, don't set them in sand, because someone can come along and just kick them, and there goes your boundaries. So always set your boundaries in concrete. Stand by them no matter what. Definitely look what is involving in this new opportunity. But if it is more money and more out, and it allows you more time with the family, then by all means, I would most definitely recommend that you do it. And especially with the cards you received, it's a shoo-in. Like I would do it, no problem. Yes, love. And you got a card from the Pentacle suit. Pentacles refer to money and material things, including income. The 9 is going to refer to the start of long-term stability. I know I already said that before, but I like to be thorough. Reason being is the Pentacles also corresponds to the element of earth, which can also, in turn, refer to family. So I'm just saying, more time at home, it would make sense. It would make sense. So yeah. I definitely do encourage you to take on this endeavor. I would, Reagan. I would do it all the way.
Yep.
I would. Oh, love, I'm so happy I was able to answer your question. Please keep me updated. You could follow me on Facebook at Tarot Readings by Jean Rose. I would love to get an update as to how you're doing.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, I'll definitely keep you up to date with it.
All right, Megan. Great. Thank you so much, and take care.
Have a good day. Bye.
You too. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, guys. I think we're going to do one more caller. I know they're from Denver, Colorado. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, love. Can I have your name?
My name is Tamara.
Tamara, how are you, love?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for asking me. Thank you, love.
I'm excited for this, for sure.
Yeah. I'm so excited you joined me this evening. What are we reading on tonight? How's your new year?
My New Year was good. It was good. I mean, nothing really exciting, but it was good.
Aw. And then what would you like read on this evening?
What was that? I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sorry, I was shuffling at the same time. What would you like read on this evening?
I just would like to know maybe like if there's any messages for me, and if the person that I'm with is the right person for me.
Okay. All right, so a love reading? Absolutely. When you say messages, are you talking about mediumship?
Either there's just something that I should know, either mediumship or just in general, like what if the tarot brings up something.
Okay. Because I'm both. I offer both. That's why I was asking.
Yeah. So either way, either one. Mm-hmm.
Okay. There is a female with you, just saying.
Okay.
Yes. Grandmother?
Maybe it's...
She does?
I was going to say maybe it's my grandma.
Yeah, yes. Absolutely. She is most definitely there. Oh my, do you talk to her a lot?
I do talk to her a lot, and I wish she was here, and yeah.
Was she your go-to when she was alive for advice?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, she was like I was always with her when I was little. Like, she was my heart and soul. She's the one that always just like believed in me when no one else did. Like,
and I'm not trying to make you cry, okay?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I know it's overwhelming when she stepped forward. So if you don't mind, and I have no problem doing both, love. Tamara, I have no problem doing both, okay? I'm an evidential medium. Yes, I'm not a regular medium, so I give like details. Okay, love? So I'm not just going to sit here and be like, she's with you. Like, no, she hears you. That's why she brought up you talking to her. She shows me you talking to her, especially when you are freaking out. And I don't mean to say it like that, but you'll be in a state of anxiety or panic, and you'll kind of be like, oh my gosh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Like, this panic will set in because you don't have her to call and to go to. Yeah. Honey, she says that you have the strength to take care of it on your own, that you don't need her anymore. That, oh my God, I'm going to cry. Ooh. She said she loves you and you will always be the apple of her eye. Always. That will never change. Okay. I don't know if that was the saying, but I'm drawn specifically to that phrase, the apple of my eye. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But she says, no matter what, honey, you have to be proud of yourself and stop wishing and even shrinking down your accomplishments because she's no longer here with you. You don't even celebrate anything anymore because she's no longer here. So you shortchange yourself because you don't want to recognize it because you can't recognize it with her. You can't do that.
Okay.
You can't do that. She wants you to release the guilt. She wants you to release the grief. She doesn't want you, and I do not say that lightly because my own mother is passed. So I know how deep that ocean of grief can be. I do.
Yeah.
Oh, love, I get it. It's brutal, isn't it? We can't turn our back on it because the second we do, we're going to get knocked off our feet, and that's usually how it goes. Yeah. But grief is a journey, unfortunately. She does show me, and I will tell you right now, Tamara, my language with spirit is absolutely eccentric. And that's what I get for having one of my guides as my sister. That's what I get. So you're being tag teamed by two sisters. But I do have your grandmother with. Yes. Oh, we love to tag team people. Oh my, her name is Liv. Yes, she passed away when I was almost 5. And she is my main guide. Yeah, she's been with me ever since. So I never lost her. I lost her in the physical sense, but not in the spiritual sense. I was very lucky in that regard. Very lucky. Yeah. So she is the one that helps me through just everything. Oh my gosh. But she shows me everything. And even your grandmother. Do you have a piece of her jewelry? Like, I don't know if it's rosary beads or a necklace, but I want to say jewelry. Like something tangible you can hold.
I don't necessarily have jewelry, but I have like a sweater of hers and some slippers.
Something tangible. Okay. It's something that I was like, it doesn't feel like it would. I said rosary because that's just like an item. It's not like jewelry you can wear. You know what I mean?
I do have a rosary that I wear a lot though.
What?
Yeah.
Tomorrow. She's with you, honey.
Yeah.
Rosary is not a word I normally say.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
At all. At all. It's not a word that's normally in my vocabulary. It's nothing against rosaries. I think they're gorgeous. Some of them are stunning. Oh my God. Especially the pearl ones. Oh.
Yeah.
Is it a pair like that? Like really, really beautiful?
Yeah, it's like a wooden kind of rosary.
But why do I feel, is it like antique?
Yeah, I mean, I've had it for a while, yeah.
Okay. Did you get it from her?
No, but I got it from our side of the family, and she used to tell me how beautiful it was.
Okay. Was she really religious?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Honey, she's showing me white roses. She's completely at peace. She went home. That's all. I mean, you know what that means. She went home to the Lord. Like she is so at peace. She extends white roses. She wasn't scared of death at all. She was not scared. She literally looked at it as she was going home to be with the Lord. Like that's how she looked at it. I'm like quoting her. That's what she said. I went home to be with the Lord.
Yeah, she was ready. She was 93, so.
Oh, bless. Oh my gosh, what a long and beautiful life. Absolutely wonderful. That still does not, though, take away from your loss. It still can be hard. You know what I mean? Even if they were like 130, it doesn't matter. They're still our loved ones. We would still rather have them here. Going to your tarot cards in regards to your relationship, only because I want to make sure I do both for you. It's not like an on again, off again situation, is it?
Yeah, kind of it is. I mean,
The reason why I ask, because let me explain, I don't like playing feed the psychic or feed the medium. That's why it's not to be rude or because I don't want you part of the reading. I definitely do want to engage and speak with you. I just don't want you to tell me anything that I could say. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Why it's like, please don't think I'm cutting you off or being rude. That's not it at all. The Queen of Wands is your first card. Sometimes you feel empowered. Sometimes you're in love. Sometimes there's that passion. But then you have that indecisiveness and you kind of question things because your next card was the Two of Swords. That's going to refer to going back and forth about something. Is it real? Is it not? Do I want this? Do I not? And that back and forth. Third card was the Knight of Swords. That's going to refer to knee-jerk reactions. You guys got to get on the same page if you're going to make things work. I don't say that's to be brutal or to be blunt. It's just going to be fact. Yeah. If you guys want it to work out for the long run and really play the long game, you guys are both going to have to engage and literally like move through life as a team. Sometimes you guys look at each other as opponents in a ring, and you can't do that. And it's not to say that anything physical is involved, but is he a little immature?
He's not immature. He's just very, I guess you would say, avoidant. He's very emotionally detached.
But why do I feel like he's got this air of like and I'm not trying to badmouth your love. I'm not. But why do I feel like not arrogance, but this like selfishness? And that could be avoidance that comes off as selfishness because say, for instance, and he's just in his phone and you're sitting next to him and you want his attention, but instead his face is planted in his phone. That's what I'm talking about when I say selfish. Just that formulation of I'm going to do what I want to do. And it's okay if you're in the room, but you do your own thing. That.
Yeah, that's pretty much spot on.
Yeah, like I said, and the final card was the Nine of Pentacles. That's going to refer to the start of long-term stability. That is going to be only if, and I'll pull a couple extra cards, love. But you guys got to start acting logically if you guys are going to be and work on the same page. Like that has to be first and foremost. You know, you got to have positive expectation. Has this been going on for a while?
Yeah. I mean, we've been together 5 years.
what's the connection to the number 8?
The number 8?
Could it be the month of August or the 8th of a month?
October, like we started talking like October 8th, like around October 8th, 5 years ago, actually.
Really? Oh my God. See, well, definitely remember those times. Try to get back to that moment, okay? Because that's going to be of the utmost importance. Remember why you guys fell in love. Sometimes when you're with someone for a long time, that can be really easy to forget. And that's when we got to snap ourselves and be like, hey, you know what? Don't get me wrong. If it is a toxic situation, I'm not the type of reader to be like, yeah, stay. No. No, I'm not for that. I'm not going to be like, oh, they're going to change. No, they're not. They're actually not. But in this situation, it's just communication. Can I ask your zodiac signs, yours and his?
Mm-hmm.
What are they?
That?
What are your zodiac? Like the zodiac signs?
We're both Taurus.
Oh, love! No wonder you're both stubborn.
Yeah.
Honey, that's okay. Well, with you both being Earth, that's a good thing. That is a good thing. At least you're not fire and water or a combination like that. Because then, things really could get bad. But with the two of you being a Taurus, that isn't bad. You guys can work on a solid foundation. You guys are both Earth signs. You know, sometimes, and I'm not dissing Taurus. My mom was a Taurus. So I love that sign. I think they're headstrong. I think they're strong-willed. I think they have an incredible work ethic, like one that you've never seen. Yeah. Like what? I don't have to tell you. You are one. But
it's very true. It's very true.
When you have to in a romantic relationship, it can be hard because then you guys are going to have that power struggle because you guys are both dominant signs. And you're the same sign. So it's going to be that power struggle. All that means is you guys need to work a little bit extra on making sure you have that communication piece. That's all that means, love. That's it. It doesn't mean that you guys are doom and gloom. No, that's not it at all. I'm telling you, everything is going to be fine. You just have to want it and you have to work for it and you have to be in agreement.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Oh, Tamara, I'm so glad. Love, please, if you can, follow me on Facebook. I would love an update. My page is Tarot Readings by Jean Rose. Yes, I would love to hear from you and hear how you are doing and just get an update on the situation. I would love it.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely will. And thank you for your reading. I greatly appreciate it.
Oh, honey, you are so welcome. You're more than welcome. Take care, and I hope you have a beautiful new year.
You do the same thing. And here's to the full moon.
Yes, happy full moon. It's in Leo, too, tomorrow, so I'm excited.
That's crazy.
Yes.
You have a good night, okay?
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye. Guys, oh my gosh, our second caller. Let's do our second follower request. Okay, we're going to do Kristen from Maine. Yes. And guys, in all transparency, I do know Kristen. She is one of my friends. However, it is about a situation that I do not know. I do not know about the situation. It is about a new adventure for her and her family. So I'm really excited to be reading on it for her. Her question was, will everything work out in our favor for the move? Right? So let's see. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that shuffle. And oh my God. You know what? I'm not even going to move it. Look, Kristen, I know you're watching the Chariot. All about a move. All about him. I love when the cards are fire, guys. I'm telling you, I feel bad for people that are scared of tarot. I really am. I feel bad for them. They don't know what they're missing. First card was the 10 of Swords. This is going to relate to the past. Reason why I say that is because, not for nothing, but you and your boo have suffered enough disappointment and just getting the door slammed in your face. You've suffered enough no's. The heartbreak is over. The disappointments are done. They're done. Third card was the Star. That's going to refer to a hope, wish, and dream coming true. Obviously, the move is going to be a huge dream that comes to pass. I'm so excited for you guys. Fourth card was the Eight of Cups, and that's about leaving old things behind. It is. It's all about that. The final card was the World, which is all about opportunities. Kristen, oh my God, I have to pull one. Oh, honey, yes. Oh my God, it is serving. The cards are serving. They are. You just got the Hangman reversed. That's going to talk about a situation not being in limbo. So while it might have, because any move is going to be stressful, while it might have its ups and downs, just know overall everything is going to work out awesomely. Okay? I don't say seamlessly because moving is stressful, but things will go well. They will. Overall, you guys are going to end up in the new place and all will be great. Okay? Guys, you can, if you like my style of reading especially, you can contact me. I am on, you know what? I'm not even going to shuffle it. Why am I shuffling these? I was going to act like we were doing another reading. I'm acting like I'm in one of my lives. You can follow me on Facebook. My page is Tarot Readings by Jean Rose. I do offer private sessions, private tarot readings, as well as private mediumship sessions. I would love to work with you or one of the members of your family. I do read for families. That is always fun. You guys take care. Have a wonderful night. Have a beautiful week and all be blessed. Thank you all so much for tuning in and joining me this evening. I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Bye.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. And now, Reverend Elliot's Magical Window with Reverend Elliot. Live from magic-works.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Reverend Elliot's Magical Window on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Greetings, fellow seekers of truth, wisdom, and light. This is Reverend Elliot, your friendly neighborhood, occasional esoteric practitioner, joining you now for the first time in 2024. We made it. I had a little rough patch there at the end of the year. Nothing terrible. I just, because I did get a lot of messages from people who were concerned. I missed the other show because it's just a stupid thing. I had a very bad reaction to some painkillers. And I didn't think that would be really fun to get on the air and do tarot readings. Well, you're telling me all the things that are the intimate details of your life, and you hear me throwing up. That's not very good, because it's like the doctor looking at your X-rays and saying, "Well, actually, I don't have to make that one up. That happened." When my wife, as some of you may know, had a terrible accident a few years ago, and completely demolished one of her ankles. All gone. I mean, the every bone shattered. But we didn't know what had happened yet. When she went to get the X-ray, the doctor looked at the X-ray and said, "Oh my, now that's not good." When the doctors do that. So, these things are a little scary. You have to be very careful with what you say, because people take these things to heart. Like early on when I was reading tarot cards, I accidentally said, "ooh," when I got some cards for somebody, and that person was terrified. Because we do have power that way. That's not really, we don't have, the power is in the cards, really, and in the person getting the reading. But the power we have is the power that people give us. And that is sometimes there are people who just get very hung up on the cards, and I'm glad I think it's been years since I've met somebody who wanted constant readings, which is something I don't do, because that means you're substituting the card's judgment for your own. So I'm very shy about that. I'm not going to make a living constantly reading for the same people every day, which some people will do that. And, hey, if they feel that that's what they need to do, fine. But, I can't do that. I like it to be an as-needed thing. Generally, I enjoy doing readings for people at the end of the year, which is why it's been so depressing being ill at the end of the last year, because I had to cancel all the readings that usually come in. But I did hear from so many people, so many nice, lovely people sending me notes, wishing me well, hoping I get better. And I got better. I still think I think I still sound a little clogged up, but that'll go away. We got some beautiful Christmas cards from people. Probably one of my favorite. I shouldn't have favorites, should I? But there is an artist in upstate New York named Karis, who's a listener with her mom. They both listen in, and boy, she sends the most beautiful handmade cards, and we're lucky to get those every year. When Sandra had that accident that I mentioned and was confined to the hospital for a long time, Karis sent a painting of an ice cream cone. That, just a simple thing like that. And my wife was so thrilled with that. It made her feel so much better that we still have that. We still have that hanging here in the kitchen, because it made her feel better. So, the things that we get, we appreciate all the things that people send us, and I try to send back thank you to everybody when I can. But sometimes it gets a little difficult. We hear from a lot of people, and hey, you guys thrust me into the attention of people all around the world. Ask One Radio network and listeners have given me a degree of notoriety. So I get messages from people all over the world. I look at the hits on my website, and they're from every corner of the world. So not that I'm complaining. I like that. It's fun, and I do like tarot reading, and I like magical work, and I just don't think it's something that should be constantly in use, that's all. But it's nice to do every once in a while, and if some special situation comes up and you need some advice and you want to look at the cards, that's beautiful too. Just it's not the kind of thing you want to do every day. For that we have newspaper horoscopes. I think it was Benjamin Franklin who said about horoscopes that all you have to do is just get a book, and in that book write down every possible way a human being can act, and then divide it into 12 books, and there you have astrology. Well, Carl Jung, on the other hand, he took a very serious view of astrology. You can find the great psychiatrist Carl Jung. You should take a look at my website for that, magic-works.com, magic-works.com. Look at the horoscope page, the astrology page. There's even a Carl Jung page with an interview by Dr. Jung in there. It's I got like 106 or 107 pages over there. It's really good. Also, I wanted just a special thank you to the people who continued to order books. That warms my heart. I like mailing out books to people, because they keep telling me that this is no longer a paper age, which is, I had to go out and I had to buy 2 paper shredders. We get so much paper in the mail. I don't know what happened to the paperless society, but it isn't around here. So anyway, I'm back. I'm glad to be here with you. I hope to be here with you steadily through the end of the year, meaning till 2025, and then keep going from there. This is show number 381 tonight. Can you imagine that? 381, and it's my first show, shuffling up the cards there, of year 13 doing Reverend Elliott's Magical Window. And yes, as I mentioned about all the things I get in the mail and all the people who contact me and all the wonderful people I've met, that this experience changed my life. If there's somebody listening now, and I know there's got to be somebody listening who's thinking maybe about doing this, you couldn't pick a better place to do it than Ask One Radio. Let me tell you something. I'm no sucker or pushover, and I've been doing this now for over 12 years. and because I like it. It's fun. It stimulates me. I've become so much more creative since doing this. Now, this is kind of a problem in one way because I have a lot of books here. One bookcase, I'm looking at it right now, one bookcase, when we painted this room, we emptied the bookcase. In that one bookcase alone, we found 900 and something books. And you know, people say, would you read those? And I usually say, no, I just buy them by the pound from Books R Us. I have a nice little stash of classic occult books, some very rare volumes. And I loved reading them and learning from them, and I still do. But, you know, you guys so energized me and incentivized me that I started writing my own books. So I don't even get to these books anymore. I'm looking at them now. I think I need to dust them right now, in fact. But, gosh, I have so many wonderful, magical books. Speaking of books, this is not a plug. Although life is one big plug, you know, the more you get to know people, the more interested you are in them. The 10 Lost Books of the Prophets, which is a set of books which is filled with fantastic, in every sense of that word, occult lore. Once again, I had a little bit of a problem with Amazon over that. For some reason, they keep stopping me from listing it there, which is no big deal. I mean, I sold a set through eBay. I have sets that you can buy directly through me. The really shrewd buyers will buy the books through the printing plant where it costs less and you can get them at your own speed. You don't have to buy all 10 at once. But this time I was prepared, and the last time they did this was in the end of last year, and that last year, for 6 months of the year, those books were not on sale at Amazon, and they were still the biggest seller I've got. That'd show you, you know, and it's not cheap. That's one of the reasons they don't sell a lot, if you know what I mean, because they're rather expensive. But I think that they're worth it, and I don't push them, but I do let people know about them. But I just want to let people know, if you haven't been able to find it on Amazon, it's backlisted again. I went right to the CEO. I did that at the end of last year when they had a problem with the listing. And it's not even there's anything wrong with me selling it. They don't even know why this is happening at Amazon, because the algorithm keeps flagging it for some possible pricing violation, which is ludicrous, because if you look at it, it's 10 books and it's under $8.95 a book or so. It's under $9 a book for 10 books each. You know? So as you see, that adds up, but it's worth it. But we worked it out this time in a matter of about a week instead of 3 months. So if you're interested, look, resolutions, right? New Year's resolutions, blah, blah, all that. If you want to study more about the esoteric arts, and you don't want to have to build up an immense library from scratch, get the 10 Lost Books of the Prophets. These were little books that were published by an occult house and sold through the direct mail catalogs, hoodoo catalogs, and things like that, starting in the 1930s up into the 1950s or so. And about $200 or so will get you one copy of one of the 10 books in the original set. Over the years, I managed to pick up and then resell here and there original sets. So I have, and I'm the only one who's got this, and you can get it in paperback or hardcover. This is why I mention this, because I know people were looking for it and it was gone for a while. Paperback and hardcover in a large format, easy to read, the 10 Lost Books of the Prophets, which is filled with occult. Now, I'll be honest with you, because that's, you know, I kind of dig honesty, you know. These books are compilations of things that are found in a bunch of occult books. And that, of course, is disappointing to some people. And I try to make sure that people understand that, because, well, if you have a large occult library, you probably don't need these. But if you want to have something to begin with a basis, and something that's accessible and easy to read, and it isn't filled with bizarre jargon. This book, these 10 books synthesized the knowledge and lore from several other books. And it's worth doing just for that. And I spent a year, here comes the sympathy part, right? I spent a year rectifying and restoring a set of 1938 books because they were riddled with typos. And the only way you can fix that is to have several different editions and compare them, which I did. So this is one of the reasons it took me a year to do these, but I'm so happy when people buy it because these are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful books. You can find, just go to 10lostbooksoftheprophets.com. That's the website that has all the options if you want to buy it. You can buy it from Amazon, you can buy it from eBay, you can buy it directly from me. You can buy it from the printing plant at your own speed, and there's a code there, and if the checkout code doesn't work and give you a discount, just drop me a line and I'll get another code for you. But there you go. I mean, because it's that time of year, and say, well, I want to do this. I want to do something new. I've always said I'm going to study this. I'm always, so this is the way to do it. The 10 Lost Books of the Prophets will get you started on the Western esoteric tradition. Now, if you want to learn about tarot, hey, there's no two ways about that. You get Reverend Elliot's Magical Window from Amazon.com, and that comes with a CD of actual readings to listen to. I know people aren't big on CDs these days, but you'll probably be able to play that or download it or offload the contents. And at some point, I think I'll just do another version of that book with a flash drive. But for now, there you go, 10 Lost Books of the Prophets, and I'm working on a biggie. I'm working on a very big thing. I'll spill the beans now for you, between you and me. Don't tell anybody about this, just between us. It's called Vision Power. That's going to be a kit that consists of many different books and videos and audio recordings. And that will be available with a book of its own and a flash drive that has loads of stuff in there to give you all kinds of interesting occult techniques in terms of remote viewing, astral projection, you name it. It's going to be great. I've only been working on this for years. It's called Vision Power, and maybe I'll put a little something about it on my website, a little something about it at the tarot page at Facebook. Who knows? But it's. I've been so laid up this year, the last few months, that I'm just eager to get going and do stuff. And if you feel the same way, that you really want to maybe get even deeper into the esoteric side of things and learn how all this works, you can't do much better than getting the 10 Lost Books of the Prophets and a copy of Reverend Elliot's Magical Window. Oh, there's also my book, Reverend Elliot Explains It All, but that's, I don't have the nerve to say that's an essential book, But I think these two, I think the 10 Lost Books of the Prophets, that is essential. So it took a year to restore it. Anyway, there you go. We're here now, and let's see. We're going to, here's how we do it. See, look, I've been so long since I've done this, but I remember how to babble incessantly, so that gets us off to a good start. We're shuffling up the cards here. We're going to go look through the magical window for a first caller in a moment. But first, I'm going to ring a bell 3 times to declare and establish sacred space. And now we pull back the curtain on the magical window for Karen in La Puente, California. Hi, Karen. You're on with Reverend Elliot.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you tonight?
I'm all right, thank you.
Oh, well, maybe we can make that a little better. What can I look at for you?
I guess something in love, I guess.
Okay. Well, that's good, because the first part I had... well, I don't consider myself a medium, but I can use the cards to look, if you want to do that.
You can do that, yeah.
In terms of love, I got the King of Cups here, you mentioned love in the first card I got here is the King of Cups. Cups are about the heart and emotions, and that shows that you'll be mastering your emotions and doing very well. I've got the Lover's card here, and I've got the Six of Swords, which is about getting from where you are to where you want to be. So you're looking for romance, you're looking for love. It seems to me you're going to find it.
Okay.
Because the World is the card I have next, which is assured success. So that's
Okay.
it's a short and positive reading. So this is going to be a good year for you in terms of romance. Now, did you want to look at somebody who passed?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's see what we can do. There are several cards in the deck. The regular listeners know because I say this all the time, I precede these readings. If I find like the death card or the High Priestess card, certain cards like that, that means that there's a message coming through. And let's see what we get. Okay, not yet. We'll try it again.
Okay.
Now, if I don't get those cards, I'll read it anyway, but I like to get them because that makes it stronger in my way of thinking. Okay, well, here's one of those cards that I do get. It doesn't necessarily signify a past life reading or an other side reading, but it always shows up when I do these readings. So I'm going to take that as the clue here. It's the Nine of Swords. And that's a card of great sadness. There's somebody you miss terribly.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to read the cards that I have here in this order, and we'll see what the message is. Okay. Because it starts with the Seven of Cups is here. That has clouds and a lot of different things. This is about a person with many great ideas and loads of ideas, and it was a very strong person. And the thing is here, I've got the Star, which is the card of optimism and hope. So that is one of those cards. These readings always begin with something very sad, like the Nine of Swords, and end with something upbeat and positive, like the Star. My reading of this is that this person is getting the message would be, stay strong. Things are good for me. I've got everything that I wanted. I've got things that I've never had before. That's the Seven of Cups, which is a card of somebody who may not have had exactly what they wanted here on the plane of existence of Earth, but is now able to face everything and has more power to get what they want. I have the Ten of Cups, which is of great happiness. These readings almost always start with great sadness and end with happiness. The person is saying, where I am now, I'm doing all right. And the message of strength is to say, be strong.
Okay.
Here's the Death card. That's one of the cards, obviously, that I look for. So I'm taking this as a genuine message, which is that the person was looking for things in this life and is finding them now.
Okay.
And is telling you to be strong and understands. You see, the Nine of Swords is always a matter of saying, I understand that you hurt and it's painful, but I'm doing well.
Okay.
Okay, and that's good stuff to know. Let me see if I can get one more card. Yeah, see here, the Hermit is here. That's about a guy a guide, not a guy, a guide. A person, a person is. This person has found a mentor.
Okay.
And whatever problems there were on this plane of existence, they're getting worked out very well. And the message is, I'm happy.
Okay.
Okay. I hope that helps you.
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Okay, and I just shuffled them up again, and I got the Death card again. So yes, this is telling me that's reinforcing that this is that message. So okay. I will light a white candle to send positive energy to you and to the spirit. How's that?
Okay. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Bye now. And let's shuffle up the cards. You're listening to Reverend Elliot's Magical Window, the show that is aired now and then, depending on my health. That's the beauty of getting older is, you wake up the first thing you do. I used to think, there's somebody out there right now in the world who doesn't even know who I am. And by tonight, that person is going to be a friend. And we're going to, who knows what's going to come from that. Now I wake up and I say, well, I'm still here. So what do you do, I'll tell you one thing. The less active I am, I don't know if you're like this, but the less active I am, like if I'm confined to bed, if I'm forced by illness, because I had this nasty kind of flu that was kicking around here for quite a while. My dreams become so hyperactive that I wake up exhausted. And that still goes on. So I'm just glad to be here and be with you again, because I get such energy from doing the show. Every time I miss the show, it really, really bothers me. So I'm glad to be back with you. But Donna here in New York is on next. Hi, Donna. You're on with Reverend Elliot.
Hi.
Hi. How you doing tonight, Donna?
Very good, thank you.
Oh, great. What can we look at?
Do any messages for me? I don't have any specific questions, really.
Well, okay, let's see what we got here.
I mean, are you a medium also? You're a medium?
Well, the cards can kind of fill that function. I can do that.
Okay. That's what I heard at the last meeting.
Yeah, that works. You know, I never did any kind of afterlife readings until I did this show, and somebody asked me, so I figured, why not? You know, give it a shot.
Yeah.
See what happens when it works. Right. The first card I have is the Six of Cups, and that's memories of childhood, generally, and nostalgia. Is this regarding somebody you've known for a long, long time, going way back?
Well, there's several people, that I'm kind of thinking of. So, probably yes, absolutely.
Okay, well, if that applies to somebody, this is the one that we're looking at this point. Okay. There were problems with the person. Something happened. This person was not being treated very well, was not being treated very fairly. Is that true?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, that's fine. Because I've got the Five of Swords, and the fives are very difficult cards and gloomy and dark, and it generally means that somebody was mistreated. Well, of course, obviously the answer is at some point or other we've all been treated badly, unfortunately. Right. But this would be a particularly big thing in that person's life. Well, the point is that the next two cards are fabulous. Remember, I said, you heard the other call. I said they usually start off sad and end up happy. The next card is the Wheel of Fortune, which indicates that things are changed. It changes. And the card after that is the Ten of Cups, which is great happiness and joy. So that's, again, it's the same kind of message, which is that it's about happiness. It's about where the spirit is, there's growth and there's happiness. I'm not seeing I'm not seeing any kind of prediction or direct message other than, again, the situation I was in was very bad at the end, but things are much better for me now. Here's an angel. This Temperance card is an angel, and I get that a lot with these readings because a lot of us, our life gets out of balance, and I am no exception. So this is just the human condition. And the card of the Temperance angel means that temperance and balance has been restored. So what the message I'm getting from the person is that what was missing in life, I'm getting now. I like to believe that this is like these messages are like preparation for coming back and doing better. That's I know the idea of coming back scares a lot of people. Woody Allen notoriously said, "You mean I'd have to sit through the ice capades again?" But this is the. I've often wondered about reincarnation. Can you be reincarnated in the past? You see, that would be fascinating. Who says that time has to be linear from A to B to C? Right? It could go backwards, couldn't it? And couldn't that explain why somebody like Leonardo da Vinci would invent a parachute when there was literally no need for parachutes in his day? What was that about, right? Yeah. So I don't know. But what I'm seeing is the message is from a person who's saying that they have very fond memories of you. That's the Six of Cups. The Five of Swords says that life was very difficult for me, but the Wheel of Fortune says that changed, and the Ten of Cups says that it's very happy now, and the Temperance card says the happiness is because balance has been restored in my life. Now, here's a card I get all the time for these readings. except I didn't get in the last one. So it's not really all the time, but you know what I mean. The 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords is a card that means the worst is over. And that's good to see. The message that you're getting is from this particular person, if you can, if you know who we're dealing with here, is I've got many happy memories of you. Things were very tough for me near the end, but it's changed now. And I'm happy. I'm in balance, and all the bad stuff in my existence is over. Okay, so
I think it sounds like it might be my friend Robbie.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, might be. Because with him, he lost two brothers.
Oh,
he was
God.
the last one left. Then he lost his dad. This is when he was young, and then, his mom passed after him, but he passed from cancer, so it was difficult. His life was difficult. He went through some bad times himself. And I'm imagining that everyone passed and now he's reunited with them. And
well, let me tell you something. While you were describing that, I pulled another card to see if that would give me some insight into this. And the card I got was the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a woman who sees what's happening behind the veil and sees what's going on the other side. And that, to me, is that card saying what you just described is right. That's a hell of a coincidence, right? To be able to get that card while you're describing it to me. So that is a way of saying, yes, you got it. So that's what we have.
That's great. Wow.
I will also light a white candle that will send positive energy to you and the spirit as well. How's that?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Anything else you need?
No. I think I got a great message. Thanks so much. Have a great night.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye now. And folks, this goes for the people listening who will not get a chance to speak tonight because I talk too much sometimes. But or the people who get a phone call. After the phone call ends, if you think of something else that you wanted to go into and you forgot, because you're on the spot here, and I know how difficult that is. I really appreciate, by the way, the effort it takes for a lot of people to be able to essentially just talk to somebody you have no idea who it is and open up about things in your life. So, that takes courage, and I absolutely applaud all the people who call in or want to call in, and the listeners, you name it. But the callers are extra special for being able to do that. And if you're trying to call me and you want to, but you're a little nervous and you think you don't want to, don't worry about that, because when the time comes, you'll call. That's what I mean. You can't rush these kind of things. Let me tell you something. This comes under the heading of babbling. Many years ago, and I mean many, 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 a lot of you weren't born yet, I wrote jokes for comedians here in New York. I was making a little bit of money and getting a reputation writing jokes for comedians. And like a lot of people in that position, I was very frustrated by seeing how these people ruined my work, I was an artiste. I was writing jokes, good jokes. In any case, there's another story about that I'll tell you one day, but not now. This one will do. So I decided that I was going to go to this little club here on 31st Street and 3rd Avenue in Manhattan, which used to have audition nights, and they had a lot of comics started there. And a lot of singers started there, too. Pat Benatar started there. Many